Hey everybody, Freaks11 here. Today we are going to be playing Sakura Spirit. I can tell this is going to be a good game because we already got something good here on the title screen. And I've seen other people play it and I think it was quote unquote interesting. So let's get into this. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. As people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least, that's what most people say. Then what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Oh, Dad. How should I do this? Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I find myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. Didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It's always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than the figments of my imagination. Still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Gushiken Takahiro, 17-year-old rising Jewish star, and no, does not be bragging. Okay then. This is getting interesting already. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break, that rhymes, my career on an international level. God, I can't read. Of course, I'm excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Kiyomi. Oi, Taku-kun, get your butt in gear. Okay, I'll be right there, Kiyomi. Not wanting to keep Kiyomi waiting, I quickly dashed toward the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. You moron! Hold on a sec, Kiyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realized our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? How could you borrow? What? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas, with my crotch hanging out. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Ugh. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. That will only happen once. You know very well it was super hot that night. Jeez! Warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? What the frick? Are you trying to make her weird? No, stop! Don't make me kick your booty. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled down. Oh god, I keep pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. We've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Alright, the judo thing. I'm sure it'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches, and you kick butt! And of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? Well, you don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ishikawa-san, I think. said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam and she got a perfect score. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds like bogus to me. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan. Okay, Ed. Well, whatever. If you don't go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're gonna be late again. Heroes never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero genius. How could one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? You're the geek knowing about this stupid shrine. Let's not forget that Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details. I doubt you qualify for either one of them, Pajama Boy. Anyway, let's boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school. Ugh, nerd. Okay, so apparently there's... I don't know. Several hours later. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Kiyomi had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey Ichikawa, is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? You let me guess, you want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone else. Not to mention, you're not her type. Look, get lost, poopy butt. I already got my hands full dealing with Kiyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. She said something about it being near a river, I think, and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention when she was going about it. I mean, she's wearing this top and it was tight and whoa! Really, dude? She's your sister! Stop! I seriously don't need to hear the details, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about... are you guys talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest? The one and only! According to Ichikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about it. There's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo. Who knows more about it? Wait, are you talking about Arya-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? Ah, gosh. That's the one. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help, Takahiro-kun. I know where the place is. Of course you do. We both do. Just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Area Senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Same as usual. Just shut up. I don't peep on ladies. That's slander, you know. I sue you. I would never do it upon Arya-sama's glorious body in a state of nudity. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of. There we go. Someone called the cops. Ishikawa, the PB Tom, has confessed. I playfully patted Ishikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ishikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I don't know. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. Once school was over, I decided to take my chance with the little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If Mary served me right, Arya Senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself. But for whatever reason, she has been refusing to compete in any tournaments for a while now. Aria-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Wah! Here! Here! Hey! Follow the shouts and you'll find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Aria seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was finding an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. Snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached my hands were her shoulder. Aria, feeling a hand on the shoulder, Aria directed. She grabbed hold of my hand, and with a little bit, shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. Didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a stack of potatoes. Chia! No one sneaks up with the great canoe Charia. What's these names? Oh! Taco Boy! I didn't realize it was you! Sorry, are you okay? Kunoichi, more like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taco Boy. Better that you learn now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what did you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, this one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was like when I was like, I don't know, 8. Well, obviously I can't go and hide from my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Taco Boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Yeah, man. Aria seemed to be thinking for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with the finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way to this shrine, I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and a bob of your head. Got it? You need to give something to the shrine, something of value. I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. Notice me, Senpai. We? Oh, no, Taco Boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, we've got to take the steps yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. Can I tell you how long? Not even for a little while? Oh, I need you to slap the booty. Afraid so, Taco Boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw the map for you. After Aria's return, quick preparations were made, and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just looking down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. Forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees and nearby was... oh shoot. I followed the area's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at this supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? Hint, hint. Thought of a hermit living in hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil. Started to dwell in my mind. Guess it's too good to be true. Sighed in annoyance at the fact that aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There's no way anyone could be living in there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. Guess it's the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, pull up the map I'd been given, putting it inside my bag. I approached the altar. was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this is actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. Yeah. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like martial arts. It's all about using your knowledge. You have to gain training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There's simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more and nothing less. Oh, female voice. Okay. How curious. The boy doesn't seem to be superstition. Yet, he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? Quiet. The cliche question. But the right thing to ask is, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself! Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in such things as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, you do enlighten me about what this something might be that you are preparing for yourself for. I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out which Michelle was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Aha, so you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight. Not sure about the warrior part. How fortunate. Just so happens that there is a need for you for one kind. My kind? A hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together. Okay. So what's next? Do I offer my allowance or something? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice would be something of much greater value. I'd be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ears. My head spinning wildly, slowly I staggered backwards, clutching onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. Can you tell me what you're wearing exactly? I mean, you barely are wearing anything except your booble. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. You guys can stare at that if you want, but leave a like if you enjoyed. Oh boy, this is gonna be I bet this is what you all came here to see. So I'm gonna leave this video here. Until next time, bye guys.